This is Mark Devine with my weekly brief. I've been updating or editing, creating a new edition, I guess you could say, of my book, Unbeatable Mind, and spending a lot of time thinking about what I call the witness and witness meditation and connecting to that aspect of awareness as a perspective as opposed to being merged with your thoughts all the time. It is one of the primary outcomes of meditation to connect with that awakened awareness or that witnessing aspect where you can observe your thoughts but not be caught up in them, so that you can have a little bit of space and be less reactionary, less negative, and have the opportunity to pause and just really breathe into what's happening from a mental and emotional standpoint before you respond. This leads to great peace of mind because you tend to become a little bit more sensible in how you make decisions and how you react to things. And it also leads you to be able to connect to your heart, which brings you into a more positive, energetic state, which helps evolve your consciousness. So it's all very, very important stuff. And I was playing with a couple metaphors that I've come across in my own work, and I thought they'd be really useful to help elucidate or understand the concept, which is a difficult one to understand. So the first one is the ocean and waves metaphor. So if you can imagine that your thoughts that stem from your egoic structures in your mind are like waves in an ocean, but your awakened awareness or your witnessing self, that aspect of you that is always there, is watching, is like the ocean itself. They have similar qualities, right? Because when you're operating out of awakened awareness, you still have this sense of I amness. You're there, you're seeing things, you're hearing things, you're aware of everything, but you're not elaborating everything into thought. The thoughts are then structures that rise out of that ocean of awareness, and they have wetness like the ocean, but they rise and fall, and they're sometimes really choppy, sometimes smooth, sometimes there's a ton of them, sometimes there's not so many, but they're not you. They're not you. They rise out of the formless aspect of you, which is the witness. So it's a great metaphor. Another one I really like is the mountain and cloud metaphor. So if you can imagine your true self, your witnessing self, to be like a mountain, just as steady and always there and, seemingly never changing. And then your thoughts and emotions are like the clouds that pass by in the sky above the mountain. And so a lot of times, or most times, most people identify themselves with those clouds. Sometimes they're storm clouds, sometimes they're nice and puffy, sometimes it's a blue sky. But it's a mistake to identify with those clouds because the clouds come and go. And that, of course, represents the thoughts and emotions that we have all day long, every day, day in and day out. And witnessing meditation is to get you to identify more as the mountain, stable, ever-present, and eternal, I guess is another way to look at it. So one more, this is kind of a cool one. I like the wind and the air metaphor. So the air is always there, but sometimes, right, the wind will blow. And again, it can be a massive storm, it could be a tornado, and it could be just a light breeze. And the wind itself represents the thoughts and emotions you have, whereas the air from which it arises would be akin to your witness. So pretty cool. I hope those are helpful for you to understand a concept which is almost beyond the ability to articulate well to understand it. But it is a big, if you could say there was a goal in meditation, then it would be to stop identifying with our thoughts and to start identifying with that formless ground or witnessing self. Okay, so do what you will with that information, but I think you might find it valuable. Hoo-yah. See you next time. Stay focused.